You've been watching This Week as our Unsolved team takes you inside the case files of missing and murdered people from across our community. This team has been given access to evidence and crime scene photos never seen before.
Tonight, our Shay McAllister takes you to Taylor County, Kentucky, where a missing teen's case turned into a murder investigation. Meet Jessica Wallace.
Time can be a mysterious thing. Sometimes it's kind.
There's always a possibility that somebody knows more than what they're saying.
Sometimes it's cruel.
Most people don't realize how quickly a body can become skeletonized.
It wasn't Jessica Wallace's time, and 17 years after her death, her final moments remain a mystery. It was 2001.
17-year-old, blondish brown hair, habitual runaway.
Jessica Wallace was reported missing.
Kind of been in and out of foster care, state care.
The teen had been living at Home of the Innocents.
From the information, people that are around her, she occasionally use drugs, alcohol.
But she was last seen in Taylor County when a friend dropped her off outside a mobile home.
The person there that lives at that mobile home tells her she can't stay there. She gave me a statement as far as what she had on, had a little backpack with her, that sort of thing. And then she goes back out walking on the road.
Walking down this rural Taylor County road, it would be the last time the teen was ever seen alive.
As time went on, I think there were some rumors that started circulating that maybe she took off to Florida or something. People just kind of stopped looking for her.
2 years passed with no sign of Jessica. And then one day a man was looking for something else.
There's a guy that's out in the woods just looking for Indian rocks, that sort of thing, and comes across the skeletal remains.
The discovery only a few miles from where the teen was last seen, but matching the scattered bones to the body of a 17-year-old wouldn't be simple. So police called an expert,
I was the state forensic anthropologist.
Dr. Emily Craig.
I do remember there were scattered skeletal remains, and that there were about 2 years worth of leaf fall. So we actually had to excavate down through the leaves and the soil, a couple inches of soil to get to the remains.
Craig, in these never-before-released crime scene photos, dug through the leaves.
When I worked a scene, I had one rule, and that was if you see bone, leave it alone.
She and a dozen others walked the woods.
You don't need all the remains, you just need the right ones. Every bone we picked up confirmed that it was a teenager. And some of the other bones we picked up confirmed it was female. Some of the other bones we picked up confirmed she was white. So all of a sudden, we have a biological profile.
A biological profile that pointed to Jessica Wallace.
I am so often surprised that the family is relieved, so at least they know. It's not the news they want, but it's the end. It's some resolution.
But in Jessica's case, this would only be part of the answer. How she died hidden in the time that had passed.
You take someone that doesn't have a set pattern, that kind of bounces around from place to place. So when they come in, you know, when you get those type complaints as a missing person, generally, you know, the investigation starts under the premise that they're probably going to show back up because they have a history of doing that. And so then you're so far behind if they don't show back up, and by the time a body's found or whatever, you know, a lot of times any evidence you might have gained is already gone or decomposed or whatever, and so you're already way behind.
Time took its toll on the investigation, but detectives collected what they could.
There was a couple of very small pieces of duct tape that were located in close proximity to the body.
They sent the duct tape and a few other items to the lab to be tested, but the results were inconclusive. As time moves on, the case stands still.
So it's almost going to have to go back to either somebody saw something or knows something more about the case and what they've told, or they knew something that they, or seen something that they thought was insignificant at the time, but may actually be significant.
This not knowing just tears families apart.